Today, I'm going to be making candy topped bars. Mine are going to be Reese's Pieces top bars. They probably couldn't use the name M&M in the title, but I'm using the name Reese's in mine. They should look like this, hopefully. And they do use M&Ms, but I really like peanut butter, so I would rather have Reese's Pieces over M&Ms any day. That would just be my choice. So this is from the October-November 2004 edition of Taste of Home magazine. And so what you're going to need for this recipe, you need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, which I have in this big bowl, a 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of cold butter, which is 1 stick of butter, a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, 1 package 8 ounces of cream cheese, and it needs to be softened, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you need a 1/2 cup to 1 cup. They're saying mini M&Ms, but I'm using Reese's Pieces, and of course, if you give me a range between a 1/2 cup and a cup, I'm going to use the whole cup. So that's what I have out, is a whole cup. So, in a large bowl, you want to combine the flour and brown sugar. It says cut in the butter until mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Stir this together until it resembles coarse crumbs, which mine does. Now you want to stir in the pecans.
Stir them with your hands.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead or mix them in. I'm going to go ahead and mix them in with my hands. And then it says take a 1/2 cup out and reserve a 1/2 cup. That's quite a bit. Okay, so reserve 1/2 cup. Got that. Okay, now I have a 9-inch square pan, and I'm using parchment paper, but if you don't have parchment paper, just grease the pan really well. And you want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. And so we're gonna press this. This is the base to our bars. We wanna press this into the bottom of the pan. And look, all the pecans are over here. This part doesn't have hardly any pecans. So you can move them around a little bit. I'm gonna move them, try to get them all over. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove my clips, or Kevin can remove the clips because my hands have stuff all over them.
Filthy.
They're filthy. And now we want to bake this on 350 for 12 to 15 minutes, or until the edges are lightly browned. So I'm gonna start at 12 minutes and then we'll be back. While our crust is still in the oven baking for the last few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and put my cream cheese and my sugar in a mixing bowl and mix these together. Bowl down, and just to make sure it's all down there, you want to add in your egg, your milk, lemon juice, and vanilla, and mix it again. The crust, I put it in at first for 12 minutes. It actually took 14 minutes, and I could have even left it for the 15 minutes. But you want to take your mixture that's in your mixing bowl, and you want to pour this over the warm crust. Now we want to take that 1/2 cup of crumb that we reserved, and we want to sprinkle that over the top, and then we're going to put this back in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And I have my timer. I'm gonna set it for 25 minutes. I'm gonna go for the low end again, but then when it comes out, I'll let you know the total time it was in for. Okay, mine baked for 27 minutes. So I started at 25, baked an additional 2 minutes. So now you want to cover it at this point, if you're using M&Ms, add your M&Ms. I'm using Reese's, so I'm gonna add my Reese's. And I'm just assuming that Reese's are gonna work just as well as M&Ms. I don't know why they wouldn't. But if you want to only add at this point to the half cup, you can. I'm adding a full cup, and you can see adding a full cup, it's gonna fill in more areas. So you're gonna have, if you only use a half a cup, you are going to have more gaps. So I'm going to lightly, it doesn't tell you to do this, but I'm gonna lightly push down on these like this. And now you want to let this cool completely before cutting into bars. Recipe says these yummy colorful bars from Renee Anderson of Franklin, Tennessee have a nutty shortbread crust and a sweet cream cheese filling. So like I said, they do M&Ms, and if you wanted to do these for any holiday, you could buy whatever holiday M&M they have out, and you could totally do that. I just personally like peanut butter. That's why I picked the Reese's Pieces, and Kevin likes them too. So it makes 16 bars, and it says you want to refrigerate the leftovers. So I have a few that fell off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
ooh, they're soft though.
They didn't stick very well.
No, and I put them on right after they came out. I'm wondering if M&Ms would stick in there any better. I don't think they would have, honestly.
Oh, they all fall off.
I like watching a Mr. Bean skit.
I like the crust.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Reese's Pieces, which is so nutty. The crust is so nutty that the Reese's Pieces don't taste as strong. Of course, I've lost most of them. It doesn't taste as strong as you would think it would. I'm not sure I like that cream cheese.
I like everything about it.
It's mushy. Like the cream cheese layer is really soft.
That could be my fault. Maybe I should have baked it for the full 30 minutes. But I did bake it for like 27 minutes.
I don't know if that would have made any difference well.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I eat it. The whole thing, so it shows you I don't dislike it. No, I think it's fun.
You really do taste that shortbread though.
Hey, the shortbread's the strongest flavor.
And I love a classic shortbread anyway, so I think that's delicious. I love how the Reese's Pieces are so soft. I mean, it's like, I bet you if we bit into one of those Reese's Pieces, it's liquid on the inside.
Yeah, it's almost liquid.
That's how it feels when you bite into it. So the heat did have an effect on them. It just didn't make them stick in there. I do like the pecan. I can understand what you're saying about the cream cheese layer, but I like it. I think it's really good. And
it has a good flavor. It's just a little softer than...
It's softer, but I think once they've set in the refrigerator for a little while...
that'll thicken it up.
It'll thicken it up some more. But I think these are really good. And the bottom of them, I should have showed you the bottom. The bottom got nice and brown, nice and toasty. So I do think I baked them, see?
Oh, yeah.
I do think I baked them for a good amount of time.
I think if you wanted to, you could actually just put, instead of M&Ms or Reese's Pieces, you could put just chocolate chips on the top and just let them melt, and then they really stick.
It would. Yeah, it would absolutely stick. I'm telling you, that peanut butter is like a liquid in there.
Yeah, you don't really taste it though a lot. It's not really strong.
You do when you have it on the plate.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying by itself.
But not on this. On this, you get mainly the shortbread and the cream cheese.
Yeah.
But
it's good though.
M&Ms are stronger. M&Ms have a very distinct chocolate flavor. So if you use M&Ms, it is going to be stronger than Reese's Pieces.
Probably.
But I know we like Reese's Pieces. That's why I picked them. But yes, you could honestly pick a bunch of different things to put on top of these, and it would work.
You could do butterscotch chips if you want.
You could.
You could do anything.
You could. You really could. So as long as you do those other things, I think you're good to go on picking whatever topping you like best. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.